Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Hannah and I have been diagnosed with autoimmune illness 20 some years ago. And these are 5 things that helped me in the process of, in these challenges that I went through with my illness. Now, I want to just say that this is not a video just for people who are ill or who have some disabilities. This is for everyone who feel stuck in a way because and doesn't know how to move on from present situation, because all of us get stuck sometimes in life situation that is not maybe the one that we want, and this is also applicable to that. So let's go. Number one, and most important, I think, is acceptance. Accepting what is most important thing, because without that there cannot be any form of healing, there cannot be any movement forward or progress. I understand that, when I got diagnosed, I went into this, it was not automatically, oh, fine. I mean, yeah, I accepted that I had this illness intellectually, but not really. I went through this process, of several stages of like ignoring and acting like nothing is wrong, being also rebellious, not taking drugs. Oh my God, I hope my doctor is not watching. Yeah, and then, being angry, being sad, asking questions like, why me? And this is all in a way normal. We all have to kind of process what happened, and there are stages to it. But until we really accept and we say, okay, this is what's happening, this is where I'm at, I cannot get out of my body, but I can accept what is. And this is the first step of healing, of moving on, of everything else. Until that, we are just stuck in this why me mindset, which is basically a mentality of a victim. And this is not helpful. But I understand if you are there, if you're in this stage, because in a way it is a process. It's normal. It will pass, however. And so it's basically, this step is a foundation of finding, your inner peace and strength and focus that will help you move on. And this is kind of going into a second point, which is basically educate yourself. Yes, you will get information from your doctor if you're ill or you have some condition, but it is also very important to find as much as possible information you can. Educate yourself, because it's very important to know what resources are available to you, and you will automatically, feel more in control of your whole journey. It's also important to know that this is a good way to help yourself better communicate with your doctor, or to be able to ask correct questions, to know, maybe your doctor will tell you your diagnosis but won't really tell you details of your, I don't know, like dieting, which is important for whatever you have. So it's important for you to do your own research. Go on and research, the net, and find reliable sources of information about your diet, what you should change to help your body heal, quicker, better, and so on. And this is kind of leading into a point number 3, which is surround yourself with a support system. Find people who are around you who will support you on your journey. And that can be, your family, friends, or groups. And if you don't have, this is something important to know. It is not necessary for you to have, people around you who are supportive. I only want to say is you have to be your own best support system, number one. You have to be your own support system. But yes, it is so much nicer if you have people around you who will also be there as extra support, of course. But if it's that kind of situation for you that you don't have immediate family around you who is supportive, that's okay. Don't feel bad about it. Be your own support system, number one, and then find people who will support you. Maybe your friends, maybe if you can't find anybody near you, you can always find some sort of supportive groups online and communities. This is good because in this way you can realize that there are many people in similar situations, a situation like yours. You can exchange, information. Maybe somebody already went through the same thing you're going through and they can help you with some really beneficial information for you. So find supportive groups online or in your community that will help you if you don't have a support system already. And if you do also, you can find support groups. This is always a good way to have, to share experience and to really know that, you're not the only one who is in this situation. It's not good to isolate yourself and thinking you're alone in this. You're never alone. There's always somebody who is going to do something similar or even exact thing, or who knows somebody who's going through the same. And when we're together, it feels better. We feel more opened up, or more appreciated and more included in our surroundings. It's very, very important. And so together with this, the number 4 is basically take care of yourself. Give yourself a good treatment. Be kind to yourself. Practice self-care. Give yourself a lot of love and kindness in different types of ways. In a way, you eat food, in a way in a sense of, give yourself a good sleep and give yourself time to grieve, to feel sad, which is also important. Take care of yourself, take care of your own mental health, take care of your emotions, express them, don't bundle up inside. Find a way to, celebrate small victories, just little things. It's important, and give yourself permission to be, as I said, sad and to grieve, because that's also part of healing. We have to be kind to ourselves, because the way we treat ourselves is important. It's the most important thing. It's a huge part of a healing. And even though you might not heal physically, but there is a process of some sort of emotional and mental healing, trauma healing, whatever is happening in your life. And trust me, this is the most important thing. Because you see, still to this day, Western medicine doesn't know what is the source of autoimmune illnesses and disease. They don't know what is the source. And I can tell you that I'm pretty sure in 99% of the time, people get diagnosed with some sort of autoimmune disease. There was some sort of emotional trigger before that happened. So it just means that something happened on emotional level that triggered our processes within our body to start attacking it. And this is, a good way. This is like a way to find the truth, the cause of what's happening in a physical level. Usually starts on emotional level, and it doesn't start over the night. Sometimes there's a trigger, but sometimes it can happen that accumulation of negative emotions happen over years, and then suddenly, boom, something happens, and it's enough to trigger the whole, like a cascade of events in the body. So emotional health, mental health is at most importance. We need to take care of ourselves. We need to learn how to love ourselves fully and fully accept ourselves, because if we don't do it, nobody else will. And it's really not important that anybody else accept us if we don't accept ourselves. That's the real truth there. All right, and number 5, it's, basically focus on what you can control. All right, this is very important. We have to accept. This ties together to number 1, because it has to do also with accepting, with realizing what you can do and what you cannot do. So maybe if you are, if your physical body is not able to move as it used to, and you used to be able to do things, now you can't. It's it's very important to know your boundaries, physical boundaries, because in that way you can give focus and energy on the things that you can actually control, you can actually do. So maybe find a new hobby, or navigate, find what you can do within your physical boundaries. You can also test them a little bit, like for example what I did. So I I am limited by my physical body to a certain degree. I have problems walking. I get tired very quickly, and my feet can swell up and hurt pretty much if I go for a 1 day excursion or something like that. It's already too much for me. But so I tested. I put my body through physical and mental testing. It was like 2 years ago. I decided I'm gonna go to a trip to Egypt. Egypt was my dream, my life dream. I wanted always to go to Egypt, and there was this very unique opportunity for me, and I decided that I'm gonna go, although I was very well aware that I'm risking a lot with my health, because I am at the point, well, not right now, that phase is done. For 3 years, I had these mysterious fevers happening to me every so often, like every month or every couple of months. And these fevers would be one night fevers, like just happening one night during the nights. They would go very, very high. I would have like 39.4 degrees Celsius, which is extremely high temperature fever. And it would affect, like 90% of the time, it would affect my lungs, to the point that a couple of times I thought that I was the end. It was really bad. Nobody knew what's happening. We never found the cause of it. And the most problematic thing with it was that I never knew when it's going to happen. So it can be, for example, it just happened randomly for no apparent reason. Like I couldn't tie it to anything like that was causing it on the outside, because it happened during winter. It also happened during summer. And this trip to Egypt was in March. And I didn't know if it was like 8 days. And I knew, first of all, it was going to be very physically demanding. Very physically demanding. Already that was very questionable for me. I didn't know at all how am I going to do this. But that was the first problem, and the second problem is these fevers. There was no way for me to know if I'm gonna get fever maybe while I was in Egypt, which was very possible for me. And if that would have happened, it would have been very bad, because nobody could really help me. When that happens, I have to lay in bed and that's it. So my trip would have been ruined. But I decided that I'm gonna do it. I did a huge risk, and I went. And it was very, very brutally hard for me. It was like I was with a very small group of 7 or 8 people, and it was very hard for them, demanding physically, and they were very healthy people. And imagine how how much harder for me it was being not healthy and having all these difficulties. It was very, very hard, but it was worth it for me. And fortunately, I did not get fever. And when I said it was a mental challenge also because my body was so much in pain, um, when you are every day walking so much, doing so much, you are somehow, suddenly you are focused on your pain and your body more than the beauties that are around you. And at some point, it's a play of a mind because it's so hard and painful that it's a challenge, not to crash there and just cry. But I had really beautiful, it was more of an energetic and beautiful trip. Anyway, I did it, but I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it because you never know what's going to happen. But sometimes with small things, you can challenge, your body a little bit, just so you know, oh, okay, this is what I want in my mind, but I can't. So let me see how much I really can. And this is a good way to test your body, but in little increments, not like this, not like this. I don't recommend it. But this was just my wish, and it was stronger than me, and I risked a lot. I risked my life with this because I was in another country, no insurance. It was a different continent, a different, bacteria, different stuff. You never know what's going to happen. But anyway, so these are 5 things that can help you, navigate this, life situation, whatever it is. It can be illness, but it can be also anything else. And I really hope this helped you. If you have any questions, please do ask. And please do subscribe if you feel this informational and useful at all. All right. See you next week. Bye.